welcome to a very special episode of Luke and Lewis. We've got a guest today. Welcome to the show, Alex Williamson.
Hi, motherfuckers. How are you?
Thank you very much for joining us, mate. We are joined by the loosest Aussie bloke himself. Does anyone ever call you that anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's been a few characters I've sort of evolved through. Dad calls me Alexander. That's not a character. That's my long name.
Is that when you get in trouble?
When he puts me over his knee. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
Oh, that's still going on. That's good.
Well, it's fucked because then I end up, because he wants to fucking, he wants to teach me a lesson, but I end up getting a bit toey, getting a bit of red rocket, and he fucking,
Yeah.
Then
So that's why you're called the loosest Aussie bloke.
Yeah, that's right. No, I still get cunts coming up. Then it's not like they just didn't realise that it was like a character, like the real thick cunts, like. They come up to me when I was like having dinner with my dad somewhere and be like, "You're not even that loose." And I'm like, no, it's a character. And then they're like, "Yeah, I'll eat a fucking pint glass, cunt." And I'm like, "No, someone call the ambulance."
Those people are so funny because even if you were that guy, if you did it for more often than what you were doing it while you're being filmed, you would die.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's even if we've seen living examples of that with like Steve-O, and even with him, it gets to a point where he's just drinking green tea and listening to opera and shit. Like it will fuck you up eventually. Like,
yeah, that's true. If you really live that life, you're just going to end up dead or with green tea.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah. So is that in your future, the grave or green tea?
I was always a big fan. My mum grew me up with tea. I mean, she fed me other stuff.
More of an English man. More of an English breakfast vibe.
It was. We'd have twine. It's a bit proper. I'm embarrassed to say, but it was Twining's tea. And it was.
You sound like my mum.
I would mix it up. I'd get I don't know if your mum was outrageous like this. Like some days I'd have a Russian caravan. Bit of a gypsy tea, I believe that was.
Some mornings that?
Irish breakfast. Some mornings English breakfast. Don't know the fucking difference.
What's the caravan one?
It's just called Russian Caravan. It's a purple one. It's the most random fucking name. But yeah, I think it's made with how Italians crush the grapes with their feet?
Yeah.
I think it's just a bunch of gypsies just smacking their cocks on some fucking wheat or something, and that's how they make it.
That's good. It sounds like an Irish coffee where they say it's coffee, but it's got a whole bunch of shit that definitely isn't coffee in there, like liquor. But this gypsy one probably have like LSD in there or something.
Well, I haven't had LSD in a while, so now you get me excited. The weekend's here. It's Friday, boys, and I'm thinking, what drugs do we have this weekend? Because I was curious. I was asking my dealer, what's going on? Is it harder to find now? He's not. No, business is booming. So the lockdown must be...
Dude, it would be booming. I've been sober all my life, but after fucking 3 months of not leaving the house, I'm ready for a needle.
Fucking oath, mate, you're going straight to heroin. Fucking oath. Yeah. Serve your whole life.
If there was ever a time
behind the curve, I got to catch up.
Yeah, I was just saying, if there was ever a time to lock yourself in a room and fucking do heroin, it's absolutely now. Okay, I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying I'm not going to judge you. You know.
Oh, that's what I've been, because that's why I've been. I've actually been on the H lately, and that's what JobKeeper's been great for. Just getting there, mate.
I mean, it is keeping your drug dealer in his job, so you're stimulating that economy, but it's just more of a cash flow system.
Yeah. No, it's just interesting how it affects all different fucking people.
Well, it really would be. I was talking to Greeley and a bunch of other rappers, and he was saying their customer base, their fan base they've got the most money they've ever had in their lives from this shit. So
you're right.
Merch is flying. Yeah. Everything's going out the door. So I would imagine the same would be true for all of their dealers. If they've got enough money to buy a T-shirt from a rapper, that's after they've bought drugs for the week.
Well, it's funny. That reminds me, I actually had to go and he gave me cash for it, but I had to go down to Woolies one day with one of my dealers and buy him groceries at the peak of the pandemic because they weren't taking cash. He was like a poor kid. He was like a poor kid on Christmas. He knocked at my door like little Johnny with a peg leg, like, do you mind feeding me this Christmas? And I was like, come with me, young man. We shall feed you and your family.
This conversation started so off brand. If people saw like Lewis Spears, Alex Williamson in the title, immediately we all start talking about tea. They're going, what the fuck? And now they're all back going, all right, this is what we came for.
What the fuck was that? Hopefully not too many people tune out.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, bro, you were that close. You were so close.
Like, yeah, you're that close. Then you brought up Twinings, you loser. What are you doing?
What have you actually been up to during all this quarantine stuff? Because we've all got something new going on. Obviously, all the shows and everything are cancelled, but we have.
What's your new side hustle?
What's the new side hustle? Oh, let's see, man. I was thinking about just rating different teas online. I don't know what I'm going to do in the meantime, mate. I know my side hustle at the moment is just getting in blues with the missile around the house in lockdown, I think, mate.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, domestic violence has shot up. It turns out it's a lot of people's favorite pastimes.
I know. I must admit, I pegged a sandwich at a wall really hard the other day in protest. To something I can't remember what it was about, but it must have really made me angry.
Maybe it was something in the sandwich. This fucking sucks.
I think there was a fucking it was like when there was the needles in the strawberries. Did you guys get any of those? Did you guys get those? I was putting them in there for a while.
No, we didn't get any. No, we didn't. Unfortunately, not.
I tried to steer clear of your area because I like you boys.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah, I've seen you've been doing Twitch.
Yes, Twitch has been good to me, man. Now I don't know. For most people, Twitch I think would be synonymous with like kids and watching their favorite gamers and stuff.
Yeah, Fortnite.
I guess I take a little bit of a different angle where like I promise them the world. I'm like, yeah, watch me play Rocket League. And then 3 hours later, I get these like poor kids who've just watched me drink 5 bottles of red going, are you ever going to play this thing?
Oh, that's good. So you're really just hooking people in.
And they're like yelling at my missus, like, shut up.
That's good. I mean, that you could be like the Australian ninja. Except instead of being really good at quick scopes, you're really good at like winning arguments through intimidation.
Yes, that's my whole goal there. In fact, I get quite abusive and you're not allowed to actually say like, I'm really good at this. I've always been really good at dancing around the fine line. Like
because Twitch is pretty strict because it is live.
Yeah. I can fucking. I've got a smart mouth with cops as well. I always would be able to dance around that little fucking line where no.
We need to talk about this as well because you got arrested last week, and I want to know why.
I wasn't smart enough that day, but like on Twitch, for example, cunts are fucking stupid and they annoy you, right? So cut the bullshit out. A nice, quick, easy thing to do is suggest to them for them to go and kill themselves naturally. That's a nice
absolutely. I mean, that's like the reasonable response. That's usually the go-to.
I think that's what they teach in schools now. I don't know, but that's what I tried to fucking do. But you can't actually say that explicitly. For some reason it's frowned upon. And so I have to tiptoe out. I have to tiptoe around it subtly and try and suggest like go and do it, but. I have to, in my head, in those seconds, I have to work out how I'm going to backtrack out of that.
You could just like suggest a dangerous activity.
I was just, if you listen to me carefully, I was just saying, because then look, I went and did that straight after I was talking about that. So it's actually, it's worth treading the line. It's quite fun. But as I say, you get aggressive sometimes. As you can see, I got bottled at my show for slapping someone's cap off their head in the audience. So yeah, you just got to fucking, I'm a high school teacher once upon a time, so I'm used to the fucking naughty kids sitting up the back causing shit, and I'll go up there and put my cock up their ass, sort them out, no worries.
Yeah. It's very rare for a year 9 science kid to bring in a bottle, though. So that's a bit new for you.
No, that's true, mate.
Usually they just smash a beaker over your head and get a fucking Bunsen burner.
Did you guys ever have those emergency eye wash things in your chemistry lab? Eye wash?
Yeah.
I never got to use that. I wanted to use.
I had to use one once. I got some.
Really?
I got acid in my eye, and my teacher like made me use it, and he whacked it. It was a real hard nut teacher. He whacked my head because he didn't want a lawsuit on his hand, and he just started going ham at my eye. And the pressure, man, it's like a fire hose.
Oh,
it's bad.
And to try and keep like mentally, it's like trying to like breathe when you're sticking your head out the window to keep your eyes open. Fucking copping that, mate. You're a soldier. Yeah. You're a soldier, mate. You've been through a lot.
You probably would have felt like Riley Reid at the end of a scene.
Yeah.
I must keep my eyes open.
No, I mean, I think she needs one of those at the end of a scene just to get it all off. You know?
Or
Pressure wash it.
Luke might have snuck back in at lunchtime and pulled his pants down and put his asshole on it. Just give himself a nice little blast.
Mate, that's like going to Thailand.
Yeah.
I did that in Thailand, in the one in my hotel room.
You had your asshole pumped.
No, with the, what are they called?
Yeah, with the lady boy.
No, the things on the toilet. Are they bidets? What are they called? The pressure washers. They wash their assholes with the tap next to the toilet.
A bidet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said the bidet. Yeah.
For sexually. Is it used sexually?
Yeah, but remember, I didn't use it sexually. But remember on the radio once, Lewis, we played audio of me spraying my asshole with it on the radio.
Why did we have a show?
I don't know. This used to be a radio show. How fuck's that?
No, that's not. Guys, well, this is the future anyway, so fuck radio. Don't worry about that.
No, one time I did play some audio on national radio of me tickling my asshole with the bidet. And the sensation I will never forget. I've never gone back, though. I don't think it's for me.
You know, that's actually a thing you get. Like, people get colonics, which is basically what you're talking about. Like, water, I think, blasted up their asshole and it just gets all the chemicals out.
There's even like coffee colonics where you put coffee in the water and it goes through your body. Yeah. I would just drink a coffee and eventually it's going to get there anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I mean, maybe it's a kink for some people. They like just blasting shit out their asshole.
I mean, it would feel like a superpower.
Out or up. But what goes up must come out.
Man. So yeah, we did mention before last week. I saw it on TikTok actually. It had 1 million likes when I saw it, I think. Yeah. You got arrested. Well, like you just rocked up to your house. Your girlfriend was filming you rocking up to your house in a police car. Yeah,
well, I have smoked a lot of bongs in my life, kids. And that resonates in your blood for a long time. They say 24 hours you're not supposed to smoke, which is ridiculous. I remember even seeing a sign once when I was in a bathroom in a pub. You know those like, when you're at the urinal and there's those signs that are they're like from your dad saying like, have you gambled too much tonight, cunt? Yeah, and you're like, well,
that's like, because that's really like the perfect time to get a man to have a little bit of self-reflection is when he's by himself. Yeah, midstream, he's at the urinal. It's like 3 p.m. on a Wednesday.
And it always starts with, Alexander, have you been drinking too much?
Just as you can't really have that moment of reflection. Like someone's doing a line in the bathroom stall, someone's doing a big diarrhea shit. You're just trying to have a reflect on your life. Where is that now? It's affecting your family. It's not the time. But nonetheless, there was one of those signs with the advice, and it was saying this very thing. It was saying, if you smoke weed, it's in your system for like 3 days. They were saying this particular ad like 6 years ago, 7 years. But if you smoke meth, it's in your blood for like 1 day. And I thought to myself,
it moves fast.
These cunts have fucking never tried drugs though, because I tell you right now, if you've been like up all night on fucking gear, and you're like, oh, you're not just gonna go, it's been 24 hours, I think, since I should be very good. You're just like, fuck. It's not. I read. You're not starting.
In this this court case, this dude was high on speed.
Yeah.
And he killed someone. And they tried to sue him. He maintained that it was not his fault. Someone else, road rules wise, did the wrong thing. Yeah. But because he was high on speed, they still tried to. The family tried to sue him in civil court.
I get you.
And he actually won the case because lawyers proved that speed actually makes you better at driving.
Whoa. Really? That's a real case that happened.
A real case. I'm not sure if the drug is right. It was speed or maybe methyl ice. One of those. But
that's funny because I know even with the Rackers whole predicament with driving the car with the water, I know that the cops had to go and somehow prove that was dangerous. So they had to go and rig that up. So maybe the cops just sat there and had a big night on the pips.
It's like, well, we're going to have to work this out somehow. And Damo walks in. He goes, boys, let's fucking go.
So what was the outcome of this story?
So what had happened, there's a bit of a backstory I didn't tell. I actually come off the road and I actually went into a primary school. I killed 3 kids.
Yeah, right.
What
happened?
I noticed you left that out of your TikTok.
But I was a hero at the scene. You should see me. I was like, one of them I fucking hit the face and got the blood out that was clogged up in up in the sinuses and everything. Like I've been, you know, I know what to do. Release the blood, release the pressure off the brain. Two of them dead instantly. Couldn't do a fucking thing. They were a fucking mess. In fact, I kicked their bodies in disgust at how rough they looked. And then but
they could be donated to science though, right? Lots of kids have stem cells and stuff. So really, you're while it is unfortunate, you're still kind of providing like a community service.
Did you check that they were organ donors? That you're a disgrace, mate.
I filled my pockets with their kidneys and fucking I took a heart.
Good job. You're a good citizen. Quick, get him in the freezer.
Someone said me drop one. Some kid at the park was like, "Oh, Mister, you dropped your."
That's actually quite strange to see you kill 3 children, harvest the organs of 2 of them, run away, and then the cops just let you off with a warning.
Oh, I suspect they're on to me, to be honest. I'm starting to see a few of those black FBI vans out the front of the car, out the front of the house. They're parked up there.
They might be after the next person who asks you to do their shopping for them.
Yeah. Well, that's actually to do with the story because I hadn't smoked it long that day. Apparently, it was still in my system. Obviously, I wasn't stoned. Don't actually condone that. If you are fucked, don't get behind the wheel. It turns out it was still in my blood. So they did he put it in my tongue and he said, he actually said, "Fuck, I've never seen it go blue so quick, mate." That's pretty funny. He recognised me. He was like, "Oh, I've seen you on Facebook, this, that, and the other." He's probably about my age, I reckon. Yeah. Anyway, I've got some fucking. He's like, "Yeah, come sit in the car." So I had to go and sit in his car. Yeah. And he's saying to me, it's quite funny. He goes, "Hey, you got to be careful because apparently they're mixing weed with meth these days." And I'm like, "What? How?" Really? He's like, yeah, it's just like all these people we're catching like with weed in their system, like they all just getting done for meth, but they've said they've never had it in their life. And I'm like, no, you fucking idiot.
They're lying.
They're just saying that. They're not mixing meth.
No way. They're doing both.
Yeah. What a nice person though. He gives a meth head the benefit of the doubt. Like, that's unreal.
And not just one, like maybe as far as I know, 80. Like I don't know. Like
how would you even mix weed
I don't
with
know.
meth? That doesn't make sense.
I was imagining like he's just getting the plant's almost ready and like just like the guy who puts the salt sprinkle on, just like a little bit on a couple of the branches. Yeah, that's how I imagined it. So I had to I've got to go to now I have apparently a hack where you put you just got to get a jar of your dad's cum. I know it's rough, but you've got to it's just Oral B. This Oral B gel, you get it from fucking Chemist Warehouse. I should do a little ad. Hey, have you been drug driving? Get on there and get a bit on your tongue and you can fucking drive at 4 a.m. after fucking 8 lines. No worries, mate. I think they let that on the radio.
I think so. I mean, they let us cleaning Luke's ass on the radio. So
they did. No, I want to see the vision of that too, Luke. I'm getting fucking toey over here, mate.
I mean, it's not, mate. It wasn't filmed from a great angle, to be honest.
There's not too many great angles you can fucking imagine, really.
Yeah, I just still am so shocked at the sheer pressure that came out of that hose because it's designed for assholes, but it felt like it was designed for large trucks. You know, it was like a car.
Yeah, I mean, you want a clean. You don't need a penetration. You want a nice outside. It's like it was like your dad's gurney. You clean the outside. If it gets in, you'd be very angry.
I could have cleaned my deck with the same hose, and it would have done a good job.
You know, it makes me think thinking about your asshole. Like, I just think
thank you.
Would someone be able to capture like a perfect, like we'd think you couldn't get a good angle of it. But if we gave a camera to like, whoever the cinematographer is for Steven Spielberg's fucking movies, and like he let a bit of light in through a window and was like, yeah, Luke, just one leg up on the bar.
Yeah.
One leg up on the bar. We got it, boys. Look at I reckon it could.
I reckon you could make it look like a crater on Mars from a real close up or something. And you put a little like figurine of a moon man on it or something like that with a flag.
Yep, dangleberry.
Yeah, and if it is Steven Spielberg, because he owns the rights to it, you could do a little collab with E.T. He could put the finger in.
Oh, that's good. They should have finished the movie with that. That's hot.
Yeah.
I don't know whose ass or why, but just a real obscure. After the credits, one of those ones you stay till the end, you get the real.
Yeah, the real good stuff. Yeah, that would be good. Like he works, his finger lights up, and then it starts to vibrate.
It turns out my arsehole is the true lost ark that Steven Spielberg was talking about.
What's in there, mate? Is there the Fountain of Youth?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Isn't that a euphemism for cum?
I think I'm just gonna stay old, mate, and just keep getting old, cunt. I don't think I want any of it, mate. I know it's been sought after for millennia, but I don't want to know about it, cunt. Like,
oh fuck, that's funny. So yeah, you're all good now, and obviously. So is your girlfriend filming you from the balcony? That's not a good one, is it?
I said to her, listen, like, he was actually good. The cop was actually quite good. He was actually trying to just do the old slide with me and be like, if you don't want the misso to find out, like, just get an Uber home and, like, just don't be checking the mail off a bit. And I'm like, oh, no, it's all good. She'll find this quite funny. She didn't. But,
that's always a classic, isn't it? It's like, oh, my girlfriend will love this, and they just fucking hate it.
I was way off. I got that so wrong. And I think it's just because I loved it, and I thought,
it's always when you think it would be really funny, and then you go, oh, babe, look at this, and it's just a fight for a week.
Oh, so I said, what's going to happen is he's going to come back, and I'll sort of arrange him like, do you mind if you drop me back? And then, I don't know, you just want to drive my girlfriend down and just don't molest her and drop her at my car. He was like, oh, I shouldn't really be doing that. But then I remembered, oh, my girlfriend hasn't.
Is that the not molesting part or the dropping her off?
Yeah, the not molesting part. It wasn't within his fucking reach. He's like, I can't help myself. Yeah, but what'd she end up? But then I remembered she didn't even have a fucking license. Not that because she's 16 and hasn't got her L's, but she hasn't renewed her license.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if she's 16, obviously.
What is it today? Yeah, 16. Yeah, today, 16. I
was going to say, Gabby.
Because, she's going to have to delete her OnlyFans account.
Oh, no, yeah, but don't tell anyone that. Nah, the OF's going with her. She's killing it on there.
Is it good money?
Is that strange to be a boyfriend? I've always wanted to know. Is this strange to be a boyfriend of a girl with an OnlyFans?
Before she was doing it, like she gets the same sort of messages, and like you get the same. When you're out there, and people are seeing you fucking, just as a fucking object or wanting to troll you or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. I guess it's coming anyway. So, and I've often thought that there was always a comparison. I thought about that when people would be judging strippers and stuff, when those same people would do that weird job at like the MotoGP or the Clipsal 500 where there's like the grid girls. And, they're just like kind of paid to be objectified, and like old men come up and try and grope them, and they're getting like $8 an hour. It's kind of the same.
I mean, at least OnlyFans, it's like, if they're doing it anyway, like, I don't think it's something that every chick should just do to make extra money. But if they're in that field of like the modeling thing and the Instagram thing, it's not that crazy to open up.
Patreon.
I consider it a bit like even what we've found with like YouTube and all this stuff that we're doing, that you have to have there is a bit of an X factor you have to have still. It's not like every girl can just go and do it and clean up. There's a certain X factor that makes what it rises to the top.
That's why when I get asked about it, I'm always hesitant to be like, fuck yeah, it's a great idea, because like it is so much like YouTube in the sense that for every YouTuber you see making millions and having 1 million subscribers, there's got to be actually like 10 to 50,000 people who, no matter how hard they try, they just never will make it. And that's fine, because for them, YouTube can still be fun. But I probably wouldn't say the same thing about an unsuccessful OnlyFans account.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. Like, it depends. It depends how far you're willing to bend as well. Like, quite literally.
Yeah.
Because that can, if you're down the low end of having the X factor, but you just got the stick a chair leg at my cunt factor.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the thing. That's how you make the most money. I was saying the other day, you don't want to be a 10 with an OnlyFans. If you really want to make money, you got to be a 6 who does that fuck shit.
Yeah. That's what I've found and that's what Gab's trying to find. There's a balance for wherever you're, factoring in the fact she's got Instagram followers, and factoring in, there's a bunch of things to factor in to find that line of where you're going, how far you're going, what you're doing, stuff. So
for example, my line would be, I'd have to get Steven Spielberg's cinematographer to take all my shots, and then it'd be purely asshole content.
But ironically, I think people like the raw stuff, mate, with that. So I think they like you just want. Like,
it's not even an iPhone. It's taken on like a Samsung Galaxy 3 just from like the selfie cam.
It looked like Ruben's Instagram story. It's just fun.
Holding it below you, and just so you can see like the top half of your face peeking out through the crack of your leg like that. Just like that would be nice.
It's just dimly lit, and you can see the rim of the toilet seat in the shot.
Well, that's the thing. thing. Like, I hear that YouTubers and stuff do OF. Like, I hear they try and push this side of it that's not necessarily just fucking get your tits out.
It's a huge thing. Like being, YouTuber girlfriends having OnlyFans is like fucking massive.
What are your thoughts, Alex, on the couple YouTubers? Like, there's Luke Irwin and his missus have a couples OnlyFans.
What's Luke Irwin? Who's that?
He's the tall guy that punches on with cops.
Don't know.
Silly salmon guy.
Don't know. But what's he doing? Is he a content creator, is he?
Yeah, I
mean, if you want to call it that, he does film videos and upload it. I can confirm that.
Right. He fucks on his Instagram. Sorry, on his OnlyFans.
On his OnlyFans.
I was going to say. So he puts his missile away on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
yeah.
I think so far on everything, my hand might have crept up towards a breast at one point. But the other week.
So you're actually helping. So this OnlyFans is a bit kind of directed.
Oh, you're the cinematographer.
I'm the Steven Spielberg behind the camera there, my friend. I'm the one capturing that light, getting that mise en scène. Let's get a bit of red in the edge of frame there, just to represent love and envy. You know, I do. All these fucking
very supportive boyfriend.
No, I love it. It's easy work. You know, stand there, fucking click. I've got this iPhone Pro Max thing. It's got a nice camera. I let her run off and take some selfies if she needs and stuff. Make sure she's back by 7.
That's good. Yeah, well, I'm a real big fan of it as a supporter. I'm all over it. So
I've said to her, I said to her the other day, maybe I'll get a big stiffy and put your feet around my cock and we'll get a photo of that. That she said no.
Not into it.
No. Oh, so you're actually, because that's what I've noticed.
I still think it's a great idea, but maybe maybe use Lukey's feet.
I think so. That'd be another income stream, you know?
I'll let you know when I come to Adelaide next and we'll take the shot.
Why is Gabby's feet hairy? That's not Gabby.
It's got little fucking hobbit feet.
Hey, excuse us for the interruption. We'll get back to Alex in a second. We just have to talk to you about something incredibly important, and that is having very well-groomed nuts. Isn't that right, Luke?
It is. You're talking to two boys with some of the freshest nuts in the game, and that is thanks to Manscaped.
Oh, yes. Manscaped.com. Use code SOUNDOFF for 20% off and free shipping off their Lawnmower 3.0 best ball bag shaver in the game. It's going to absolutely nail it. Your nuts will never look this good, you know? It even has a laser pointer, I've noticed. It's got a little light when you turn it on. I feel like... you know, I'm about to quick scope my own pubes with this thing.
It's literally like I was using it the other day, and it's literally like you feel like an adventurer going through a forest with the little flashlight. It's that was a bit graphic, but it gets the job done, and that's what matters. Right.
Yep, Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, and they've just released their new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. They support the Luke and Lewis show. They make these episodes possible, and the best way to support us is to support the brands that help this shit spin. So,
and
easily spinning, 7,000 RPMs, you know, on that motor. That's a lot of spinning.
And it's actually, in all seriousness, like the best part about it is you don't nick your nuts.
Actually.
Like the level of pain that is, and I've done it in the past. So far, no nuts nicked.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that was possible because I've bought expensive shavers from shaver shops. This is way better, actually. We don't promote things we don't agree. We don't actually use ourselves. And that being said, it is a little bit weird flashing an electric trimmer that we've literally used, you know? Like,
so, hey everyone, I've put this on my balls. Enjoy. Yeah.
Like,
anyway,
honestly,
use our code.
if I had it my way, I would have one shaver that I use on my nuts and one shaver that I show everyone. But because I feel like as this brand deal goes on, it's going to become progressively more and more used. There might be a stray hair every now and then, but that's okay because Manscaped.com supports the show.
Yeah, and if you have to see a pube for our show to go ahead, then so be it. All right, back to the episode.
Guys, use code SOUNDOFF for 20% off and free shipping at Manscaped.com. They support us, so we're going to support them back. Let's get back to Alex Williamson.
All right, Alex, we have a couple regular segments that we do on this show. We have one that we've been doing for quite a while now. It's called Celeb Spots. And we know that in the past, you have interviewed and had a lot of celeb interactions, not even just spots. You've been on red carpets. I've seen footage of you interviewing Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Actually, Keelan, can we get up that footage? Have you got it ready?
You weird cunt. He would.
Yeah. This was one of the craziest interviews I've ever seen with a proper A-lister. It goes for about 15 seconds. And now I just want to know before we play this, was this planned or were you just kind of going off the dome here?
Oh, mate, I was so nervous. It's like, do you remember when you're nervous doing your first stand-up gigs?
Yeah.
Like, it was that sort of nerves again, man. Like, it's weird because in your head, now I understand that people are just fucking people. We're all people. I can talk to Jen Aniston, just like I can talk to the crackhead at Seaford Meadows train station. And it's like they're all just fucking people. But in my head, I've been hyped up. You get pumped up by the media and you get, they're these big stars. And so, like, you can't help but, like, be fucking nervous, man. Like, shit.
So were you working for a radio station or something? Like, what were you doing there?
Yeah, I was working for the Hot Hits Live from LA with Andrew G. Funnily enough.
Osher.
Osh
okay. I'm a massive Osh fan.
Mate, he was a good cunt, mate. He fucking was a good cunt to me. He always was, mate. He was always fucking real professional.
Well, that's actually good to hear because Luke's actually been borderline blacklisted by Osher.
We think Osh hates me.
No, really?
He started blocking fans of mine on Instagram, mainly because there was one point there where I was trying to get him on my podcast, and I think I may have told people to harass him on Instagram, which is fair game.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we're on a forgiveness Osh campaign. Yeah. We're getting people to comment under all Osh's posts, just messages about forgiveness, to subtly implant the idea.
Just trying to like Inception,
We're trying to Inception his brain into forgiving me on the show.
So you still hold these dreams of one day having Osher on, like, and stuff?
Oh, it's literally my biggest dream in life.
Is it a wet dream?
Well, it's moist. I'll tell you that much. It's not wet, but
I once had a wet.
Damp.
You have wet dreams over anything, and I mean anything. I once had a wet dream over my grandma.
Hey Alex, when someone says something and they start out like, how relatable this is, and then they drop it and it's just not at all? That was that.
I've never once been like, God, remember like just coming over Nan,
Yeah, no, never.
I remember just fucking someone had taken me pants off in the back seat of his car or something, and suddenly the door just opened for whoever to come finish me off. And I remember thinking, like a silhouette in my dream. I remember thinking, oh, yeah, who's this going to be? Like the hot girl from school or something? Fucking Nan. Shit,
Was it good, though?
Yeah, came hard. Yeah, fucking. And it was
all right, let's watch this interview from Jen Aniston. All right, This is Alex. How many years ago was this? About 10 years ago, maybe? I don't know.
10, yeah.
Horrible Bosses interview. Let's do it, Keelan.
1 second, I have to share the sound. Okay. I saw Horrible Bosses.
Yes.
It was brilliant. You play a sexed up sort of a dentist character who's very inappropriate to the patients and colleagues likewise. I just want to say you can harass me whenever you want. Okay. I might tell a few mates. That's all.
Jane.
Did you just tell Rachel from Friends that you can harass me whenever you want?
That was before me too, so that do that back then, boys. That's a piece of history.
I mean, not really. You were trying to get reverse me too'd.
I was trying to get reverse.
You were trying to bring it upon yourself.
That was actually quite sex positive. You were affirming your consent.
Yeah, and she sort of giggled it off like a pro. Good on her.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing her in the walking to the bathroom like alone beforehand. I just fucking grabbed her, and I just walked past, but I was on my way out of the fucking bathroom, and I'd done the old like put your cock back, but it keeps dribbling down like down the front of your pants. So I remember walking past and her like sort of quickly put my cock, check all the drips and all the drops, and quick hair going, and on my way. So yeah, she saw my piss.
Yeah, right.
Have you got a weird kink I've got? I like people seeing my piss on my piss stains.
specifically.
Right. Now the second part of
Have you guys noticed?
I think that's beer. That's Melbourne bitter.
That might be some of the long neck that you're drinking at 3 p.m. on a Friday.
I was drinking from the fountain of youth, mate.
Isn't that inside Luke's ass?
Yeah. Now, Keelan, this one was my favourite one. This was you interviewing James Franco back in the day on a red carpet. Now, I don't know, but I think James Franco may be high.
Off his head.
I can say, just to set it up, I can say that I was really high, and I was also watching him because you could see them like a couple of rows. You could see them coming towards you slowly, and like if they were within earshot, you could like be like. And I remember like listening to the interview he did with the chick in front of me, and I was like, oh, that was all sorts of weird, man. He was like saying the wrong things and forgetting what she said and stuff. I was like, this would be good.
Yeah.
So now keep in mind that this is for radio.
Yeah.
If you had motion capture spots attached to your body 24/7, what do you reckon the character would be doing a lot of?
I don't know, man. What would you be doing?
A lot of touching myself, I think. Yeah.
What, motion capture?
Yeah.
How would that enhance that?
No, it wouldn't. It'd make it a lot sadder.
What was it like to see the actual motion capture?
I like that he just starts ignoring you after you talk about your dick.
Yeah. And he ignores the next bitch.
That's like, in terms, like that's hilarious. But in terms of the goal that the radio sent you there to do, which is get a good interview, you fucked that completely.
It was the same with the one with Brad Pitt, where they flew me to San Francisco to do this Moneyball premiere, and I was supposed to get like some in-depth questions with him, and I pissed him off straight away by saying, because it was a movie. I've not seen Moneyball, but I had to do a bit of research on it. And it's about the first guy that started using statistics, basing draft selections on how statistics are going and using the whole stats.
Yeah, so essentially they had this shitty baseball team and they didn't have the salary cap to afford a great team. So they ran it through like an algorithm to buy all the best players they could afford and ended up winning the thing. It's like a true story.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's based on a true
kind of like real life fantasy football shit.
No, that's
weird.
true.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's wild. But I said to Brad, I was like, were you casting this movie based in statistics? And he was like, haha, no. And just kept walking. So that was it.
That was it.
And I was really stoned that day too, but I promised my producer I wouldn't be, right? And even though I've come to San Francisco, the weed capital fucking of California, they love it there, right? All the hippies. So, right, I'm standing there about to start the Moneyball fucking premiere on this. It was like a car park lot they'd turned into a red carpet. About to start the fucking thing, and I'm just like, I'm done well today, just to be straight. I look over, there's this cunt, you'd see a cunt at Disney World, but he's a giant bong. It's like a guy in a suit, like, and he's handing out joints on the street. And so
wasn't it illegal at the time then?
Yeah, it was sort of. I think that was a bit shady, to be honest.
That's very ballsy of that guy to just be mascotting like drugs that are illegal. What a legend!
It's the frit, mate. America is the fucking free show of the world, mate. I reckon there's fucking some ballsy psycho acts there every day, mate.
Well, I think it's so relatable, like watching these, because you've been posting some of these on TikTok lately, and I've seen a couple of these old celeb interviews, and we used to have a segment on our radio show called Brief Celebrity Interviews, where we used to just ambush celebrities in the radio station because we couldn't get them on our show. So we just like ambush them in the corridor when they're heading out. Because like they'd be there to do Hamish and Andy, and we'd catch them on the way out in the elevator. And we used to get told off so much. When you came back with these interviews to the radio station, were they like, here's your money? Or were they like, what the hell?
I fucking bludged my whole way through that, man. I'd wake up at like 11 a.m. Like they told me they wanted me in there at 9 every morning doing a proper working day. But I'd just roll in at like midday. I'd eat like a fucking brownie, like eat a fucking hash brownie, walk down there, like take like an hour to walk down so slow and just like talk to homeless people the whole way and just fucking get hell distracted and shit. And then because no one else would walk in LA. I was the only cunt walking on the streets.
What year was this?
2011.
So hang on, what was your job?
Dude, I was in year 9 then. That's crazy.
Yeah, mate. I was fucking eating arsehole fucking on the street, homeless arsehole.
See, I don't want to make you feel old, but you're my favorite YouTuber in year 10.
I've been told that by a few cunts who I now look at thinking, fuck, these cunts are pretty old too. So
Oh, Jesus.
that's what blows my mind, mate. I fucking even going out to footy training and seeing all the fucking little kids out there now. Fucking.
Are you playing footy?
Yeah. First game tomorrow, boys.
Good luck.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
so
yeah.
just doing all the right things.
How many years? I was going to say you're prepping well. How many years since you played?
10.
Oh, have you done any training at all?
Yeah, I did like 6 weeks of a fair bit of just bike work on the exercise bike. And it's a good one because one of those bikes has got a dildo on the front, so when you pedal it, it fucks your miso. No, it doesn't really, but I've seen those in sex shops. They're really inventive. I think they're great. But then I've also it took me 2.5 weeks of running around on the track, getting used to the feet hitting the pavers again. Couple niggles, little niggle in the groin, little niggle in the thigh, but I finally got through full training last night and playing tomorrow. Look out, Strath album, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Boom.
That's good. Now there seems to be like with local footy teams, there's like 3 players. There's the guy that really wants to win and honestly thought he could have gone pro. There's the guy there who's just for fun, and then there's the other guy who's there for fights. Which one are you?
I feel like you're 2 and 3.
These days, I was never one for fights. You'd only ever have about one of those on your team because it's too costly to have more of those because they cost so many free kicks during a game.
Yeah, you need one, but you don't want 2.
They call them snipers in the NHL there. Like, your job is to just break bones. Yeah.
Are you playing in the first or in the reserves?
Resis, mate. I was running around the first in my youth.
In your prime?
I led, 31 years old. There's still some Jets running around, 31-year-old Jets in the AFL, mate. I may be in my prime and just not know it yet.
Yeah.
I've had a premonition. There's going to be a few moments where just fucking my players streaming forward like no worries, and I'm just doing these ones, hands on their hips, like sucking them in. So
I mean, you could be, an all-star. Like Ben Cousins was on the pip while he was playing AFL.
Dude,
that's
look
true.
at Favola after he retired. Favola
story.
used to come play local footy down near my area. He used to kick 14 goals a game.
Yeah, and like he'd get half the gate fee too, because he was drawing a crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What were we talking about for fucking Benny Cousins?
What was your
No, there's a story of Benny Cousins. He was on the fucking sesh, right? He'd been up for like 3 nights of these fucking bikey cunts.
Yeah.
And he checked his phone in the morning. It was like 11 a.m. or something. He was like, oh shit. He got up and he's like, I'm fucking late for fucking footy practice. And he stood up and he just walked out the house with no shirt, trackies on, just with a bag over his shoulder. All the cunts that were sitting there in the morning on the sesh just were looking around each other like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way I would even go to the servo to get smokes right now. And then apparently,
and so obviously you were there.
Nah, this is my mate was on the list at one point. And heard these. He'd hear him firsthand. And about 5 hours later, he came back through the same door to get back on it. And he just busted through the door. He was like, broke the club's swimming record. Like, he fucking smashed it. Broke the freestyle swimming record. What? Other countries flying. It's been up for like 3 days. I was like, oh
man, that would make the Olympics so much better. Like the meth Olympics,
wouldn't it? I mean, I don't know what I know there was that story of the snowboarder getting banned for testing positive to dope, which was always ridiculous because
that's weird. Surely he'd be worse.
Yeah. But no, they should. The steroid Olympics is a fun thought. I'd like the sort of the dark bits where someone dies because their heart stops. It's right at the end. Right at the end of the race, and their just heart explodes because of too much steroids. That would add to the thrill, I think, of the event.
I think so. I mean, although you would have the downsides, like the WWE had the Chris Benoit saga. That's a bit of a downside.
What was that one?
Dude was on steroids and he had like CTE and he killed his wife and his kid. And then himself.
Oh, that's a bad doc.
Right.
I've seen the docos on that.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's lucky us YouTubers are pretty safe from that. I mean, there's not too many head concussions we get in our day-to-days, is there? What else is there? Banging our head on the wall when there's a shit.
I mean, maybe if you're getting bottled at shows.
Oh, yeah, bottled at shows. Fuck. Because it was weird. Did the FBI visit you guys last night? Like about 10:30?
No, that was a hallucination.
Oh, right. Oh, good, man. Because they asked me to do so much stuff. I I'd be a good schizo because I just can't be fucked. They're like, you need to go to the White House. And I'm like, I can't be fucked. I'm too stoned. Not doing all that.
Yeah, that's true. What's that movie about that guy that hallucinates everything?
Beautiful mind with
Yeah.
Russell Crowe. He does all this stuff. How can we?
He was too proactive. If he was lazy, it would have been fine.
Sit in your shed, have a beer, mate. Don't fucking go following cunts around, chasing shit around. Fucking hell. Makes me so upset.
All right.
Yeah, that is such an American. That's such an American thing of like Americans' Australian mental illness is just, oh, I'm sad, I'm going to kill myself. Americans are like everything's about me.
Yeah, and FBI.
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you have any celeb spots? We've got some from a couple of listeners, right? But a celeb spot is just when you're seeing one in the wild when you least expect it. Some people, some classics we've had on the show have been, someone once saw Adam Sandler pass toilet paper under a cubicle door at a pub in 2007.
Whoa.
That was pretty good. It was asked for toilet paper. I think Adam Sandler was receiving.
That's nuts.
Yep.
That's a really good one. Well, you expect me to top that? What the fuck?
I mean, no, that was the best one we've ever had.
Best one ever.
Yeah.
Wait.
Surely in LA you saw some celebrity doing something weird at Venice Beach or something.
I went to a fucking male brothel with Grant Denyer.
Yeah.
Did you actually? Because here's the thing, I 90% think you're joking, but there's 10% part of you that knows Grant Denyer's past and goes, "Oh God, I hope it's true."
I don't know.
Yeah, that's so much true. That's so true. The only reason that's false is because you were there. Like, if that was him by himself.
That was and when he came home that night was the original Family Feud when his wife found him.
Got him.
Do you know who else? Okay. I'm trying to think of, because, as you say, it's a different thing seeing one in the wild than as what you're saying, what I did for my job.
Yeah, because we don't
we
count
think that
the
doesn't
ones.
count.
But in LA, I would see them in the wild. Okay. You know what a really random one is that I like? On my birthday, I went down to the fucking the cafe on the bottom of this North Kings Road that I lived on in West Hollywood. And I fucking saw this. Do you like obscure? Yeah,
obscure ones are good.
Yeah.
The head fucking guard from Shawshank Redemption, Clancy Brown, the head fucking screw, the fucking wax him into order, the big mean guy who's like, shit when I tell you to shit, you will fucking piss when I tell you to piss, and I went up and said hello. He's a lovely guy. He's not even a guard.
Yeah, you really? What a shock.
He's a really gentle man. I said, you hit those guys really hard and stuff. He's like, oh no. No, but that was an obscure one. In the same cafe, I also saw Joel Edgerton, and I spoke to him. He does like Hollywood. You know that Joel Edgerton dude that does like Hollywood shit? Have you seen him?
Nah,
dude. He does like horror movies and like, fuck, that's weird. I thought he was like maybe I just know him. Who else would I say? Who else have I seen? I'm trying to think of good old Aussie ones as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know how much Shane Warne comes up in this segment? Shane Warne and Dave Hughes are the two most spotted celebs, and Tim-O-Matic for some reason.
Tim-O-Matic?
Tim-O-Matic.
Is he from X Factor or something? Or
Yeah, black guy.
Dance or something? Yeah. Is he just a man about
He's just
town?
around.
Chad's the jobbing set. Even in lockdown, he's just everywhere.
Yeah, here's one that got sent to us from Miles over the email. You can email the show anytime at lukeandlewis5@gmail.com. He said, I was in Camden Town in London. I was looking around the shops. When I went to turn a corner, suddenly Warwick Davis, and in brackets, the Dwarf. Do you know the famous actor?
Yeah. Ewok. The Ewok.
Yeah. He plays doesn't he play
Yeah.
R2-D2? No,
that's
Is it an Ewok? Okay, yeah. He goes, quickly rolled around the corner on his Segway. He saw a Segwaying Warwick.
He wouldn't be allowed one of those. He's too short.
He wouldn't be able to see over the handlebars.
Yeah, I know, that's actually a safety thing. But.
It happened to be the second time meeting him, as he had already sarcastically called me a gentleman when I took the only seat for myself when meeting him at Comic-Con when I was with a girl. He goes, although the occasion... Oh, yeah, because he goes, So I think he sat down for a girl.
Yeah.
And then... Oh, no. Miles,
did he sit on Warwick?
Miles sat down instead of the girl he was with. So then Warwick went, oh, what a gentleman.
No. What was supposed to happen was Warwick was supposed to stand on the chair.
No, right.
Oh, yeah,
he's
that
so
makes
short.
more sense. And then
Anyway.
you're supposed to pick it out from under the little cunt.
He then
See how far you can chuck him.
Miles then likens him to other mythical creatures that he also saw at Comic-Con that day, which was pretty immature into the email. But yeah, so that's that was from Miles. Good celeb spot.
Was that like an Australia Comic-Con one, or what is he?
I'm not sure. No, London. He's a UK
London.
listener.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
London.
Yep. So yeah, okay. I don't have any. I've been inside for 6 weeks, so
Yeah.
I fucking would, man. This is killing me. Like, I went out once. I remember the weird one was going to Gold Coast during schoolies. Wasn't planned. Just what turned out to be schoolies when I was up there. And my girlfriend and I just walked into this random fucking bar. And they were like, "Oh, you guys from Love Island?" And we were like, oh, "Nah." And they're like, "Oh, well, they're all coming quick. You know, the boss knows you anyway. Like, get in there, have some drinks." So, yeah, there was like... Got people from Love Island that came along, like Jesse with the big tits, Jesse with the massive tits.
They've all got big tits.
I think
that doesn't really narrow. That doesn't really narrow it down.
No,
really
I met a bunch of them.
You know, that blonde chick with the fake lips.
If I said
help.
like Rachel with no tits, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that one, yeah." But no, yeah, big tits are good though. I think we can all agree on that.
I agree. Well, what we can do then, if we can come back to this, we have another segment that we're trying on the show.
Yeah.
And this is, I think this might be right up your alley, Alex. This is local goss.
Yeah.
So we've asked listeners to email the show with like just shit they've heard around their local area that ideally they can't really confirm or deny, just like local goss stuff. So
just stuff like my local goss last week that it was, I heard the local park was a little bit muddy, but I don't know.
No, I'm good. I can take this sort of stuff.
Yeah. So
hang on, we've got to play
that one. The one that Luke said was a bit edgy, but I'm fucking ready.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Oi! What? You want to hear some local goss? Yeah, I guess. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is local goss. Look, I think that opener might need a little bit of a tweak.
I think it's perfect. I think that's the most perfect reaction we've got out of any guest to an opener.
yeah, fucking. It's like voices from the heavens.
Oh, I never played the Celeb Spot one for you. The Celeb Spot one's actually good. This is fan made. Check out this one. Oh no, wait.
Wrong button, dickhead.
Sorry, that's what's this? Does anyone on the team have bald nuts? That's another segment I trialed.
Overshare. Bald nuts?
Does anyone have bald nuts?
What the fuck?
That was a bit of a failed segment. Hang on.
I'm gonna shave mine this Arvo, boys. Just thought I'd let you get a little bit of
Hey,
inside.
we just got sponsored by a nut shaver.
No
fucking
way.
Manscaped. Well, I'm shaving my nuts. I'm getting paid to shave my nuts.
Bro,
send me
after you're done with it, mate.
You know what's fucking. This isn't part of the sponsor read. Yeah. What I did want to say is they've got fucking. This is the most. Okay, obviously they're paying us, so the brand's great. But there is one product in here I'm confused by. And they have this. It's a refreshing ball toner. Who needs to tone their balls?
You know, they also sent me foot deodorant.
I understand foot deodorant. Who's toning their balls?
Do you need a piss, Alex?
No, I was going to say, it's best to tone your balls like, you know how you get like the different degrees of sandpaper? Start with the real coarse, and then you go slightly finer. No, I need a bong. It's sitting right there, so I'm going to run and bring it over.
Yeah, that's right. No worries.
That's right.
I'm not sure. If you don't want me to smoke it on screen for ad reasons.
That's right. We'll just cut it. We'll multicam it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if is that a fucking mattress? This cunt filming in front of a mattress?
Yes. I'm probably cracked in. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Sorry, boys. Here we are.
Okay. So. This one was sent in.
That needs to be washed. That's
fucking scum.
I've changed my mind, Alex. I don't want you to smoke that for your own health.
That is fucking rancid.
That's horrific. Manscaped wouldn't approve this.
Manscaped, they're all throwing up right now. They would just stick they deep throated their Manscapers for being tactical.
You know, this is supposed to be a fucking trial. We're trialing out to see if Manscaped's a good partnership, and this is going to be one of the first reads. This is fucked.
All right.
You cunts better buy the shavers.
Fuck. Okay. So this one was sent in. Keelan, who was this sent in by? The one you sent me.
I'll have a look.
Sorry. Alex is choking on his bong.
Oh, yeah, go, yeah. Oh, fuck.
All right. Who was it sent in by, Keelan?
This is chaos.
Anyway, listener of the show. He said, thought I'd share a bit of goss for you that's been going round.
Yeah,
one of my mates who I go to the gym with has told me that the new cafe in town only accept cash and allegedly sells pot brownies. And if you're wondering, each brownie is $10 each. So that's just a little local scoop.
Well,
Didn't really say where it's from, though.
I will say that I've met a lot of Australians over my years who've had similar setups at their local coffee shops, whether it's like you go and get a coffee and you ask for something, a code word, and you get your 25 bag with your coffee. They've all gone down eventually. So if you are in that community, fucking just be clandestine about it. Be fucking discreet. Don't go messaging Luke and fucking Lewis about this shit, you fucking idiot. Like, you
yeah, that is pretty fucking
keep it
stupid.
under wraps, man.
Yeah,
like, fucking.
But again, this is why it's goss, mate. You know,
okay.
Just keep it on the hush, mate.
Exactly,
It's gossip.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's gossip. All right. This one's from Tom. He said, just wanted to loop you boys into my local goss. The apartments right next to ours often have. Okay. I didn't read this one before. Often have to. I should have read this before bringing it to the show.
What's happening? Fuck, now I want to know.
The apartments right next to ours often have domestics and are screaming at each other. Real Frankston vibe. Never mind, guys. This one's really sad. About a month ago, cops rocked up to their place. Since they have started coming, they're progressively coming more and more, the police. It's gone from one car.
This one isn't good, goss. This one sucks.
Yeah, this one's sad, guys. Shouldn't have read that one. Didn't do enough
I got
prep.
one.
Yep.
I got one. This one's from Chris B. This one's similar to your first one. Okay. The local nightclub in my town used to make pizzas for all the party goers in the club. Yeah. Apparently, the goss going around was the chef had potentially ejaculated on a few of the pizzas in his time and sold them to all the piss people in the club.
Okay. I've got a note on that. That always is a rumor around town. When I was growing up, we had Wally's Deli. Now, Wally's Deli, old Wally.
Sus name.
Get ghost drops for 5 cents, etc. Back when fucking $2 of chips could feed fucking half of Africa. Like, you know, like it wasn't just like tiny little regulated bullshit. They just pack it up. Yeah. But there was a rumor, obviously, that went around the primary school that, old Wally got a bit bloody carried away one night and come in the deep fryer.
Yeah.
Like, why would old lovely Wally just go like, I'm gonna go and punch one in the fucking deep fry, get those kids back? Like,
I don't know, man. The whole place smells like fish. You could get him in the mood.
Well, as a child, it was gospel. That's the thing. Like, it's not like it's not like I question that. Like, no, he might not have. Yeah,
you just believe it straight out.
Yeah, I was like, Wally does that at night, every night.
Now,
and he went out of business. So it's like little rumors like that can destroy people. But if you are wanking in your stuff and selling it, good on you. That's scummy as.
Now, Alex.
Do you have any goss, Alex?
But you put local goss with your neighbour Nev up on your story every day.
Yeah, what's going on with Nevy boy lately, eh?
I saw him put out your neighbour all the time. Does he know that you're filming him?
Yeah, he always gets people, every time he gets a tradie round, different tradie. He's always knocking on my door because the tradie's going, I've seen you all over fucking Shooter's Instagram. We love you. So
that's great.
So Nev comes and hits me up and I go over and he's like, yeah, this is Matt. He's doing the tiling. And I'm like, I sort of shake his hand. I'll just sort of drive it and go, g'day, mate. Here you go, from around here, this, that, and the other, and stay for a bit. And then I'll go, all right, I'm going to go back and punch some bombs.
That's great. You should do some Nev merch and cut him in on the profit.
Well, he's gonna be an emote as of tonight on Twitch.
That's great.
He's doing like it's very funny. So I have to go and ask if we can use permission for his likeness for that now.
Yeah, I saw that he put out your bins last week. That was a pretty hot scoop.
He did well spotted. No, it was actually quite the gesture. It's only because I just refused to do it. Like it's like It's like you should get money from the government for helping me. You know, like what?
Yeah.
If I was disabled, you know what I mean, but I'm not.
You should put him on JobKeeper or something.
Yeah, no, he's good like that. But then what did I borrow the other day? An edger.
Yeah.
Oh, you borrowed from him? Yeah, you know what it seems like? The reason why I love watching the you and Nev saga is he's the most Australian stereotypical neighbor you could ever ask for.
Yeah.
He literally mows your lawns for you as a favor.
He's born on Australia Day.
Oh,
No
that's
shit.
the most Nev thing ever.
So he got an exemption from the Vietnam War during the draft when they pulled his, because they gave exemptions to people born on Australia Day. Weirdly, because they were like, that's not a good look. Like, but weirdly, but then why? I don't know. Like,
I guess
weird.
yeah. When you publicize the draft, it's on Australia Day. It would be weird. It doesn't make sense, but it would be weird.
So Nev could have got a bullet very easily from the Viet Cong, but he's out there doing me bins instead. So thank fuck.
Thank goodness for that.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Mate, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you very much.
I've been wanting to for ages. You know, I've come to Melbourne every year for the Comedy Fest, and we've just never got around to it. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
I know.
we finally have.
It's been good. Hopefully, we'll be able to have you on in person when everything goes back to normal.
I look forward to watching this back, mate, because, like, I'm not smashed, but it's just like, we move on to shit so quick. I'm just, it's all been really funny.
We've covered a lot. Yeah, we have. We really have covered a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But tell the people what you're doing. What are you plugging at the moment?
Plugging. I've just got a butt plug from this website, and
Yep.
Yeah,
So plug in yourself.
I was going to put up my dick hole just for fun as well. I don't. I get on my Twitter. I'd say one thing. You know, the TikTok's going well for me on there. You know, the kids seem to be responding. It's great. I love that the kids are, you know, finding it all again and enjoying it. But Twitch, Shooter Williamson, just get on that. Watch me on Twitch because, you know, if there's a lack of my video sketch content, that right now is kind of emblematic of the fucking how much there is on my Twitch channel. You know, fresh content all the time, like what you guys are doing here. You know, you're a funny person. You can just fucking spin it and jam it. It doesn't matter.
Man, I'm enjoying doing the on the fly stuff a lot now.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Are you doing it on PC or is it console stuff?
At the moment, console, because I've got a bit of a thing. PlayStation seems to like me for whatever reason, and they've got a little bit of a thing going on with them. So as much as I've got people begging to construct me a computer, and as cool as a concept that is, like building your own lightsaber, man, I love that. You know, putting in your fucking pieces and make.
Bro, it's fucking hard. I couldn't do it. I bought all the pieces. I tried to do it. I broke it. I had to take it to a shop to fix it.
Yeah, I would be having. There's a couple of people, as I say, that I would consider expert. I would never back myself with it. Back in the day, I'd insert the old NVIDIA graphics card back in 2003. You know, take the screws off the back and put the.
That's easy.
Yeah, but fucking all that shit, no way.
Yeah. All right. Well, check out Alex on Twitch, and if you haven't heard of him, you might be deaf. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon, man. Hopefully, when all this shit's over, we can hang out for real.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Till then, take care. Good on you.
See you later, mate.
Luke and Lewis, talk to you in a couple days.